Hi, this is Billy.
This is Charlotte.
And I'm Josh.
And we're the Subways. And you're listening to Rhino Radio.
So today I have the honor of being digitally introduced and spending some time with the Subways. I got Billy, Charlotte, and Josh. How are you guys doing?
Yes,
Wonderful.
very well. How are you?
I'm very good. Enjoying the sun from a distance. I'm going to enjoy it in a bit. And I got some great news from you guys. So apparently you're celebrating 15 years of the release of Young for Eternity.
Yes.
So we have the new edition that is also being released with All or Nothing.
Yes.
And also we got some live dates coming up. So
well,
share the news.
Yeah, it's it's so exciting. 2020 is really turning out to be quite a busy year for us. I mean, we've got the anniversary tour coming up, and we're reissuing the first album, Young for Eternity, on vinyl. And All or Nothing, our second record, was never released on vinyl. So this is getting its first outing on vinyl, which is really exciting because we've never seen that front cover so big before. It's so nice to see. And it's such a nice front cover. It's such a nice sort of artifact to have. And we worked really hard on getting that artwork down. Yeah. But also, we're releasing both records plus B-sides and rarities and demos that were recorded around that time. And personally, for me, it was really interesting going through all the old hard drives of all the songs that I'd sort of compiled together. And, pulling up the sessions. And some of them were so corrupted, I had to go back into like a backup restore of the session data files and just like kind of reignite them. And if I'd managed to open the session, I'd like quickly save it and go, oh my God, I've got it. So some old songs that would have been long lost to posterity have now been revivified and are going to be available on CD, which is so magnificent for us personally because, over the course of making records, you do make these songs that sort of spring into action or spring into life, and they're kind of forgotten as B-sides, and sometimes they're really surprisingly good. Some of the demos that we recorded in our early years, which have completely been lost to our memories.
There were no what were we thinking moments?
Oh, definitely. Oh, there were totally those moments too. Don't you worry. But there were some moments that were like, oh, wow, this is surprisingly good. I mean, trying to remember where we recorded it, and then I'd suddenly remember the engineer who recorded it, and I'd think, do you know what, I'm going to send him, I'm going to call this guy and say hello. I haven't spoken to him in ages. And it's been a really, really beautiful process to go through. And at the same time, we're writing our fifth album and recording it. So we're kind of going through this process of casting our minds back into the past and reigniting all these old memories, and at the same time projecting our minds forth into the future. And 2020 is just like this constant dialectic between looking back into the past and looking to the future, and it's great fun.
Yeah, it's a wonderful little nostalgic throwback, isn't it? I mean, whilst we're writing the fifth album, it's nice to we have the opportunity to look back and say, oh my God, we're still doing this. It's been 15 years. This is just amazing.
Yeah, what's going on? How are we still doing this?
Exactly. And also the stars have aligned with our agents, and management have worked really hard to be able to coincide the release with a tour. So
they're magicians.
I know. It's amazing. Can't wait to play some shows as well.
You kind of answered my next question about what have you been up to. So there is an album. Can we hear some new songs on the upcoming tour, on the upcoming shows?
Yes. Well, what we're doing is we're going to be playing Young for Eternity in its entirety, tracks in order. And then we're going to play some tracks off of our second album, All or Nothing, and our third album, Money and Celebrity, and our self-titled fourth album. But we are going to be playing some brand new tracks, which nobody has heard before, and which we've been writing over the last 3 years whilst I've been at uni. So they're completely, some of the stuff we've been writing, we're really excited about, but we're also really nervous about, but I think that's a really good thing. So you'll be getting, if you come to the shows, you'll be getting a nice dose of the old and a definite dose of the new.
So this next question is kind of sponsored by anxiety and abandonment issues. are you guys here to stay? Because I'm not going to take it if you're going to go away for a long time again.
I'm so sorry. Of course, yeah. We are absolutely devoted to continuing making records. Whilst I was at uni, it was 3 years away. I think by that point we'd all quite, we'd been in the eye of the storm of the touring and recording process for, a good 12, 13 years. And we thought, what, let's just step back. And Charlotte had a baby and Josh went to France. He lives in France. He went to France to stay and to sort of enjoy family life. And I went off to university to indulge my unfeasible admiration of lots of poetry and all that sort of nonsense. But at the same time, I was writing. And it kind of just, it made us realise just how much we love being in this band. It made us realise that it's not just that we want to write and record music and go on tour, it's that we actually fundamentally need to do that. I know that I sort of went through a crisis whilst I was at uni that was engendered both by like the kind of the tension and the stress that was induced by the kind of course that I was taking whilst at uni. But at the same time, it was like I was getting withdrawal symptoms from just the act of expression of being on stage and jumping around and kind of harking back to this primal state of kind of just thinking from the gut, I suppose. So I'm personally really quite excited and trepidatious about stepping on stage again, because I'm half thinking that, it's going to be amazing to be expressing myself and singing and screaming and getting the audience clapping and diving off speakers and balconies again. But at the same time, I'm like, I hope I don't go overboard and do something really, really stupid because I'm so excited by the prospect of being back on stage again. We're back in the rehearsal studio now. We're making the new album, and I think we're all just so totally invested in being in this band that I can't foresee us ever stopping. I don't know about you guys, but it depends how much longer you think you can cope with me, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, well, Charlotte and I are just playing it by ear, really.
Standard.
No, I'm joking. Well, the mind's willing. It's just the body's just bruised and old now.
Aching and
I'm
bruised.
just looking at my arms and just saying, please finish the show. Please.
One more song. One more song.
It's always the last song that's the hardest.
Oh, isn't it?
It's just, I think my muscles are just thinking about the dressing room.
Because you can see the end. The end is so clear. You're like, after this song, I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to eat a whole bag of Doritos. I'm going to watch some Alan Partridge. And no, but you've got to finish the song first. Yeah, your body's like, you can see the end and it's starting to fall apart already.
When the kids are dancing and going crazy, I'm just sitting there thinking, oh man, I can't wait to get into bed.
Yeah. We're so old.
So on that note of being old, we're celebrating Young for Eternity.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Oh dear.
Charlotte actually came up with a wonderful tour name. It's Not So Young for Eternity.
Yeah, which is quite apt.
So on that note, if I'm thinking, so you mentioned already that Charlotte is a mom, and I think Josh has a kid as well?
That's right. She's 10 years old.
Okay, and I believe you, Billy, you have a dog, which is along the same lines.
I have several dogs. We've got 4 in the house at the moment because my mum-in-law, she's a teacher, so she works long hours and in a couple of cities away. So she's away for most of the day. So my wife and I look after her dogs happily, and we love them, but it is a bit like a zoo in my house because we're big fans of rescuing animals. So we're big animal rights activists. So we're always, my wife and I are always scrolling through pages going, oh, let's adopt this one, and they're all such troubled, anxious animals. So they're crazy, they're absolutely crazy, but I love them. And
how's the new statuses for all of you is affecting the tour life?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, my wife and I, we got together when the band was up and running. So we've only ever known being in a marriage that kind of revolves around the band and the band lifestyle and the band schedule. And she knows how much music means to me. But at this, by the same token, I know how much her artistic and expressive endeavours mean to her, so I try and support her as much as I can. So yeah, I don't know, how do you guys deal with it, because you've got actual humans that you depend upon you.
It's all relative though, isn't it? It's like you've got your puppies and we've got the humans, but like they're all very special, aren't they?
They are.
But I mean, my daughter's 10, as I said before, so I've got a whole routine worked out now, and I think my girlfriend's really cool, and we're both really calm people, so we just casually get on with it.
You are like remarkably chill.
I think my girlfriend's actually probably happy to get rid of me. Like a lot of the time, it's like I think like my bags are all packed, tickets all booked. She's like, right, you're going,
go on tour, get out.
Oh, thanks, darling. She's like, yes, he's gone. Just I hear her like partying. The music goes on loud as I'm exiting.
Yeah.
But Charlotte's, you've got your new one, haven't you? So
Riley will be joining us, won't she?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully she'll come for some of it. Just need to check that that's going to be cool and everything. Don't quite know how
fun.
Heck,
toddler versus tour bus goes at the moment.
If it's our decision whether she comes on tour, it's a definite yes, because she came along for some shows a couple of years ago, and she was just a tiny little bubba then, and we had like this delay in the airport for about 8 hours. But the thing is, it was amazing because we were like, anytime we felt tired or anytime we felt dejected, we'd go, let's go and say hi. And we'd go and say, hello, darling. And like her face would just light up any time of the day. Oh my God, amazing.
She's wonderful, isn't she?
And it's so great having Angèle on tour as well, because we know that the PS4 upstairs in the tour bus is definitely getting used. It's like it's been put to use.
She's a fun little monkey, that one, my daughter. She's
and she
really
teaches
fun.
me French. So,
of course she does.
May we.
Yeah, your French is really coming along, actually.
Je m'appelle.
So we kind of touched on the kind of more difficult side of touring, leaving people behind, and I knew it before we started this conversation, and I'm guessing our listeners already know it right now, that you are three really positive individuals, but we don't know how difficult it is when you get off stage. How do you guys keep mental healthy, either on tour, between studio? How do you keep it all together and keep pushing through?
Well, we've all got various coping mechanisms. I'm deeply troubled and insecure individual. So I'm a depressive, I'm on antidepressants. And I think a large part of that comes from the highs and lows that that being on tour being on tour facilitates. So, being on stage for me is a huge necessity. It's something that when I'm on stage, when I'm playing guitar, when I'm singing, I feel like I'm tapping into the truest sense of myself. And there's kind of a natural high that I experience that no drug could come close to. And I'm actually 6 years sober now, because I suffered with drug and alcohol addiction quite fiercely towards the 2011, 2012, 2013, and I quit in 2014. And so it's, I think routine is a big part of it. In the same way that if you're home, you have a routine, you have a systematic way of going through your day that kind of holds you up and keeps you ticking over. We have a system of working. For Josh and I, it's waking up at midday and having a coffee. For Charlotte, it's probably going out and doing 4 hours of running and cycling every morning, and maybe some weightlifting on the side. But also, I think it's really important for us to just be good to each other. We've seen and experienced some really unhealthy modes of sort of engaging in the touring mentality, and we've seen those as kind of like cautionary tales, I suppose. And I think the main thing that we've taken from it is that if you create an atmosphere in which you allow everyone to be themselves and expressive and positive, then you kind of you sort of facilitate an honesty that will kind of hold everyone up and keep you all going.
Yeah, I think what's key on tour is just not putting yourself in a situation that's going to prove too difficult.
Yeah.
Like, one example is I really enjoy just time by myself, just playing video games or reading a book and just or making music, writing music. And I really detest going outside. But for a long time, for the first 10 years, I thought it was normal to go outside. But one of my happiest days was on an American tour. Everyone went to see Niagara Falls. And I was like, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to sit this one out. And at first I thought, well, this isn't normal. Like, I should be going out because it's Niagara Falls. I should be going out and enjoying this with everyone else. But I had such a good time just chilling out playing Football Manager. And I realised I need to do this more often. I need to do things that I actually want to do, as long as it doesn't put anyone else out.
Yeah.
As long as I'm doing a good job.
Time.
Exactly.
Do what you want to do with it. You don't feel like you have to do anything.
Exactly. But as long as it's not affecting anybody else, and it's a nice thing, and you're doing good for the community or good for the world, then feel free to do as you wish. Like, that's what makes you happy, and don't put yourself in situations.
And creating an environment that you allow people to step forward and say if they feel uncomfortable about certain situations is really important. And that's like just kind of normalizing safe space environments. How do you cope, Charlotte?
Well, you've already said that I like exercise.
I know. I feel really rude because I kind of spoken for you. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's it. I'm a fucking dick if I don't exercise.
There's nothing dickish about exercise, right? My belly will attest to that.
Yeah, Charlotte's probably got a lot of like vented. Exercising and venting her anger that she's been holding in because of me and Billy.
Yeah,
she's like smelly bar.
Pounding the pavement is. It's like substituting pounding our faces.
Those smelly bastards. Josh hasn't washed in a week.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for sharing that. I do believe that sharing is the first step to making it better. So again, thank you very much for opening up and sharing about that. I appreciate that.
Oh, our pleasure entirely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with sharing as well. I think the first step is to tell people your issues.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take the interview to a different direction. I want to confront you with a rumor that I found online.
Ooh.
So as we probably know, the last time we heard from you that you released something was a self-titled in 2015, and then there was an acoustic EP in 2016. The internet is gushing with rumors that the actual reason why you guys haven't released anything since 2016 is because you couldn't reach Josh. He doesn't have a phone or an email. Is that correct?
That's entirely correct. Absolutely factual. He still does not have a phone. But again, like this is something that we've kind of got used to, and this is something that makes Josh feel more comfortable. He gets very anxious, don't you, when you're using a phone?
Yeah, I get sweaty palms.
Yeah, it's for his own reasons, and we still managed to get hold of him eventually.
Yeah,
via
home in
pigeon. Yeah, but it's but also
I make sure I'm available. I make sure that I'm readily available. I can do everything. I think my girlfriend helps a lot with that.
Yeah, she's very good at sort of keeping you up to date with stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's got a computer, but it's still steam powered.
There's a giant gerbil.
Yeah, that poor gerbil.
I'll just stick Charlotte on the bike and power it through that way.
Yeah.
Teamwork for the progress.
Exactly.
Just wondering on the upcoming tour. I know that in the previous tours you actually had Steve McQueen picture requested for every time you performed.
True. Yeah.
Is that coming back? And also, is it going to appear in one of your songs in the future? I know you guys like Steve McQueen.
Oh, yeah. Well, Charlotte's a big fan of Audrey Hepburn. Josh is a big fan of...
I like Liam
Neeson. So we all have our movie star fetishes. Steve McQueen's mine for several reasons. But yeah, I need to reignite that whole Steve McQueen, you must have a Steve McQueen picture backstage thing. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
We also had spare pair of socks and a novelty item.
Scratch that.
Practical.
I actually want Liam Neeson to come and be in backstage with us and sit there and
every
chat.
single show.
Every single, it's got to be on the
Every
rider.
show,
No Liam Neeson, no show.
Yeah.
So that's going on the list for the upcoming show.
That's it.
Okay, guys, so we've already mentioned the tour starting on March 12th in the UK and then going on into Europe. You've mentioned something about an album. Is it going to happen in 2020?
We don't know yet. We're hoping that it does happen in 2020. If it doesn't, it's going to happen early 2021. But there is a new album being made, and we will be playing brand new songs on the tour. And it's, for us, completely new. And we're really excited about how people react. So, we're getting new mixes sent through to us as we speak, actually. 3 songs have been fully mixed. We've got, we're producing it, and we've got Adrian Bushby, who's mixed Muse, Foo Fighters, Kylie Minogue, and Spice Girls, as it happens. He's on mixing duties, and he's proving a veritable genius. So it's all thoroughly exciting, but it's kind of getting to the point where like we can't continue this level of excitement because we'll have heart attacks. So we're trying to stay cool about it all.
So a lot of great things are coming in the near future. Is there anything else you want to say to fans and listeners before we say goodbye?
More than anything, we just want to say thank you so much for being so wonderful over the last 15 years and being so patient over the last 3. And we cannot wait to be back on stage. And we hope to see you at these shows very, very soon.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, all. Take care and have a great day.